Okay, number 2. Okay, so we're on the second part. Now we no longer have a table, we have graphs. So we're going to now see how you find the constant rate of change using a graph. We're going to start by reading number 2. All right, so I want you to come here and I want you to underline that you need to pick any 2 points on the line. Okay, that's going to be super duper important. So on the tables, the first thing we had to do was label the x and the y. On the graphs, you're going to have to pick 2 points. And it's best to pick the first 2 points. Try to get the lowest numbers because when you're doing the math, then you're doing math with smaller numbers. But they will work with the big numbers too. Either way, you're going to still get the same answer. All right, so they picked 0, 0, and 1, and 60. So what I want you to do is I want you to write those 2 points. We're going to write that point 1. Point number 1 was 0, 0. And point number 2 was 1 and 60. Now I have my 2 points. The next thing I need to do was the same thing that I did with the table. So we're going to label our x and our y. So which number is the x or the y?
Numbers.
The first number is the x. And the second number is the y. So go ahead and label them on your points. X, y, x, and y. And then now, to figure out the answer, you're going to find the delta y over your delta x. How do you do that? Well, you get your y's. I'm going to circle my 2 y's right here. You guys see them? Okay, and we're going to find the change between them, which means I'm going to subtract them. What is 60 minus 0 is 60. And for the x, you have the same thing. 1 minus 0, which is going to give me 1. And that is how we get to our answer. 60 miles in 1 hour. Are we finished there?
No.
Yes?
Yes.
Well, yeah, we have to label it. You're right. Thank you. Okay, so 60 miles in 1 hour is our answer. Okay, and that matches what they got there. Does everybody see how we got to those answers? So how did you find the change? And those of you that found the change on the table, how did you get to 72? You subtracted. Did you not subtract that 144 minus the 218?
Yes.
So that's what we did here to find the difference, to find the change in the x and the y. Let's do another one. So let's slide down to the bottom to letter C. It says, use the graph to determine the constant rate of change in miles per hour while driving in the city. Okay, so first thing you needed to do was to do what? I underlined it on the top. What did I tell you? Okay, find 2 points on your graph. So what 2 points do we want to use in the graph? Raise your hand if you'd like to tell me which 2 points you'd want to use. Joe.
0, 0, and point 30.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and label them right here. Okay, point 1 is going to be 0, 0. And point 2 is going to be 1 and 30. Now, if you don't like his points, you can pick your own 2 points. It doesn't matter, but they have to be in order. So you're always going to have the smallest one first and then the larger one second, because when you subtract, then the numbers come out right. So now we're going to do our delta y over our delta x. What am I forgetting to do?
X and the Y.
Yeah, labeling my x and my y. Can you see them?
Yeah.
Maybe like rainbow color. X and y, right there, they go. So now I'm going to circle my y's. And I'm going to subtract them, right? Because that's how I find the change. 30 minus 0. What is 30 minus 0?
30.
And what is the change in my x's?
1.
1 minus 0, which is 30 over 1. I'm missing something. What am I missing? The label. So that means it's 30 what?
Miles. And then hours.
1 hour. And this is my constant rate of change, 30 miles in 1 hour. Okay, my y over my x. Any questions about that?